Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of BH Brewing. It is day 5 of our Beerhawk Advent Calendar tasting sessions, and today we are trying Four Pines Pacific Ale, all the way from bloody Australia, mate. Here it is. This is Four Pines Pacific Ale. I've actually had this beer before, believe it or not. It's the first one in the Advent Calendar I have had before. As I was saying in the first video, I was recently in Australia, and their craft beer market is just starting to take off. Still nowhere near as good as places like the US and here, but they are slowly getting there, Australia. And this was one of the ones I actually tried pretty much, I think, 3 or 4 of their beers over there. They've got a nice Kolsch ale, a standard IPA, and this kind of sits in their kind of sessionable, or what they call mid-strength beers. Looking at it, first of all, you can see the colour of it. It's a light straw colour, pretty hazy, not much you can see through there. There's a little bit of sediment on the bottom, but I've said in previous videos, sediment doesn't bother me at all. In terms of head retention, pretty poor, if I'm being honest with you. Not what you want. You kind of want a bit more head than that. That is pretty much non-existent as soon as we poured it out. We'll go in with the aroma and give it a smell. The aroma to it it's a weird one. It has definitely a dank smell to it. Now, if you've had beers before, you know what a dank smell is. It's similar to weed, which hops are very similar to weed. Obviously doesn't get you that high, but yeah, I digress. It has that kind of dank smell to it. A little bit of fruit notes on the end there. I'd probably say, if I had to pick one, I don't know, maybe like a pear kind of notes to it. Yeah, it's kind of pear and dank. The dank's the overriding thing. There is the fruit notes there, but I smell dank more than I do anything else on the aroma. Let's give this one a try. First of all, to note, you can tell it's definitely a sessionable beer. There is no kick to this whatsoever. It's not watery, but it's very, very light. You can taste that, you know, as soon as it hits your tongue. It is fruity. Trying to nail down a fruit is very difficult with this. It's got those classic hop flavours of Galaxy, which I know this is brewed with, but it's muddied by the other hop, and I've not tried the other hop before, and I can't think of it off the top of my head what the other hop is. But yeah, the fruit flavours are there, but they're not really strong. They're off of the hop. They're okay, and like Galaxy is one of my favourite hops going. It's one of those brilliant kind of Australasian hops, which is just beautiful. But this doesn't smack of that, so I don't know if they've kind of held back on the hop range, but it is kind of, you do have a little bit of kind of fruit notes to it. Like I say, it's probably that kind of pear note, but it's all off of hops. There's been nothing added. There's no fruit purees or anything else added to it. Let's have another swig. Mouthfeel is thin. Finish is very dry. Yeah, this is, it's funny having it back in this country compared to how I have it in Australia. I felt like it was better when I was in Australia. I don't know if because it's been transported over here. It is brewed in Manly. It's not brewed anywhere else as far as I know. If that's incorrect, then please, you know, correct me in the comments section. But it doesn't taste as good as it did in Australia, so maybe the transit's done it no good. But yeah, it's an okay beer. For me, the finish is a little dry. It needs more of a malt backbone to it. The malt is there, but it's not particularly kind of strong. But I mean, maybe that's what they went for with this beer. You know, if you're creating a sessionable beer, you don't want a proper malty bastard. You want a bit of malt and lots of hops. And this is kind of what you get, but it does lack that. Just that it kind of needs to be a bit stronger for me in the malt kind of area. And I know it's a sessionable beer. I know it's only 3.5%, but I feel it needs a bit more kick to it. If this was a bit more bitter, I think it would go a lot better. So I think they should have put a bit more hops in the bittering process. But overall, it's an enjoyable beer. It's kind of got those tropical fruit flavours, like I say, but they're muddied by that dankness. It's kind of thing you pick up on more than anything is pear, I'd say, in this. So if I was scoring this on the rate beer scale, I'd probably give this around a solid 70s. Yeah, probably 70. I wouldn't go any higher than a 70. I was tempted by 71 there, but I don't think so. The other beers that Four Pines do are significantly better than this. But it's an okay, drinkable, sessionable beer. Cheers.